Hey sunshines, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liza Jane, and some of you may also know me as Liza Locks. I already filmed this part, but I accidentally pressed record when I didn't want to record, and when I wanted to record, I didn't press record. Get it mixed up sometimes. That moment where you thought you were recording, but you weren't. You weren't recording at all. That moment's not the best. And then you realize that you have like 10 minutes of footage of you straightening your living room, looking at yourself in your camera, fixing your hair. I should always look for that red flashing light. Anyway, I didn't, so I'm re-recording this after I've already filmed, I've already eaten lunch, I was uploading all my video, but here we are. I just wanted to let you know what we are talking about today, and that is tattoos and what they mean to me and what mine are all about. The other day I made a video and I said you were going to be seeing a lot more skin, and a lot of you guessed that I was going to be doing a tattoo video. I was not. I was actually washing my dreadlocks. But today you get to see a little more skin. It is the tattoo video because you guys asked. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. My first tattoo, I was 18 years old, still living at home. I was a senior in high school, and I decided with two of my best friends that I was getting a tattoo. They were getting them. Yeah, I mean, my mom was not happy. I tried to hide it for a long time, and I wore a white t-shirt, and she saw it through my shirt, and she said, "What is that?" "I made your beautiful body. How dare you put a tattoo on it?" Anyway, she's gotten over that. But it was flash art off the wall, and it was this little sun, and I absolutely loved it. I still like it. I mean, it could look a lot worse for being as old as it is, but it's mine, and I don't think I have any regrets over any, but we'll see. Let's get to that as I go. We'll see. You guys, I just ran upstairs because I realized, and anybody that has tattoos knows this, if you're gonna be showing off your tattoos, you should be lotioned up. Otherwise, they just don't look as pretty. The next one I got was on my foot. I was living in LA, and I wanted something to fit in between my Birkenstock straps, and it did just that. It was the Chinese symbol for hope. Yep, that is what I chose. Now I'm not sure. My dog is howling because I put him in the kitchen. Because all he does is walk around and make pitter-patty noises while I'm filming. I wonder if you can hear that. It's a pug. He's a baby. That's why we call him Trey Baby. Anyway, he is fine, just so you know. He's in a warm, cozy kitchen with a bed, water, food. He has everything he needs, but in his world, he doesn't have me, so he doesn't. Okay, so now I don't know the order when I got what. I have no clue. But I do know that most of my adult life always kind of been paycheck to paycheck type people. So getting a tattoo has always been a splurge for us and a special treat. So yeah, I mean, it's taken a long time for me to get this far, but I'm excited for where I'm at. I know that I want sleeves. I've always known that I wanted to be sleeved. And so I wanted to focus on one arm until I got that one done, and then I'd move to the other one. That's just kind of what I've had in my head. I really want my chest done. There's a lot of things I want done, but you know, in time. By the time I'm old and gray, I will have a lot more. These two, my Moo and my Pup, those were for my two oldest kids, those were their nicknames, Missy Moo and Puppy, and that's what I called them when they were little. And I wanted it on my hands, and then I just added the flower because I thought it was cool. So that was kind of the beginning. This lettering and these flowers were kind of the beginning of where I went with my old school tattoos. I've just always really loved old school tattoos. Now I think about like, ooh, that style's really pretty, and ooh, I wish I had done that, but I always go back to the old school, and I really do love them. This one on my finger, can you see that? It says you and me, and Dave and I have the same one. We went to some dude's house and he did it, and it was so harsh. I have never had a tattoo hurt as bad as this one did, and I think he didn't know what he was doing, and he was pushing really, really hard. Dave and I were both like, we're pretty cool in the chair. Like, I don't flinch, I don't wiggle. I am cool as a cucumber getting tattoos. And this one, I thought I was gonna die. It was horrid. Don't go to somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. I also have one on my lower back, and I forgot about this one. I got this one in California too. Dave and I actually got it the day after we met. So we'd been planning it. We'd only been talking for like a month. And he said, I have a barcode, and I thought it would be really cool if we got the date we met on it. And I was like, okay. So dumb. I mean, good thing everything worked out, but seriously, and it was before tramp stamps, and I think I might have been the first one to have a tramp stamp. Not really, but it was such a stupid place. Dave actually has his on his wrist. Mine is prominently on my lower back. So stupid, but I'll show it to you guys. Anyway, it's pretty awful, but we share the same one, so it's whatever. I don't want to say I don't like it because I don't want to make Dave feel bad, but it's not the best. I got a little more light going, so hopefully that helps a little bit. It's kind of an awkward one to film. Okay, so I think I got the most embarrassing ones out of the way. Now we can focus on my arm. This one, in sunshine and in shade, I got with my friend. We've been friends since we were babies. I thought this was an appropriate quote for us because we've seen each other go through literally everything in life, and we're still here. In sunshine and in shade, we've been there for each other, and you know, we don't talk on the regular, but you know, when it comes down to it, we know that we both have each other's back and always will. So that's for Kristen. These crowns, I got these after I went on a trip to Haiti, and they were playing a song, and it's a religious song, but I loved it. It's called Kings and Queens, and just resonated with me about how these children can be so forgotten in our world. And this has always been a reminder to me that they're never forgotten in my world. They are kings and queens, and it was such a precious time in my life, and those kids were so amazing. And if I could have taken all the kids home from the orphanage, I would have. I freaking fell in love with so many of them, and that's a reminder of that for me. This I found on Pinterest way before Pinterest was Pinterest like it is now. I mean, Pinterest used to be really small, and I didn't realize that everyone was gonna end up having variation of this tattoo. My artist changed it up a lot so that it was my own, and then I added Will, which is my brother. It's also about the will to keep going, the will to push forward, the will to do our best, and the will to get more tattoos. This one, like literally, these birds are seriously just because I liked them. There's no story to them. It was just, I liked them, and so I got them. There doesn't always have to be a reason behind a tattoo. I am a firm believer in that. Sometimes you just want a tattoo and you like it, so you get it. I'm not one of those people that needs a reason or an excuse to have one. No, I gave up. I got Trey. He's driving me nuts. I put him on the couch though, so that he's not a bother. Tree baby, sit down. I must have been glutton for punishment or really wanted like free tattoos. And so the guy that did this also did this. However, this one worked out pretty well. It looks jank, but I wanted it just to look like I had drawn a heart on it for Dave, and I put a D in the middle. So it's my drawing and the guy just tattooed it, and it hurt like a bitch. Why I chose such bony spots for a guy that did not know what he was doing. Anyway, that's that. This girl, my diving girl, I love her. She is kind of a Portland icon. She is the Jansen Beach swimwear girl. There was a picture of her at the baseball stadium I grew up going to all the time because my dad was a sports writer, and there was a sign and she was diving on it, and it was like huge. And she was like pop out. I don't know what she was made of. But anyway, it was a memory for me, and I always wanted her on my arm. And so I got her. She is my Portland, and that's where I'm from, Portland, Oregon. She is my Portland girl, and I love her. Obviously, my mom, she's a knitter, she's a crafter, she's a sewer, she's a baker. She's like everything wonderful, and I knew that I wanted a tattoo for her, and I didn't want just the typical mom with a heart. So this is what I chose, and I love it, and she loves it. My little girl, I chose this. I love, first of all, love Cupid dolls. I grew up with one called Sally. My girls have all had Sally dolls. That's what we call them in our house, Sally dolls. Anyway, my little girl also looked a lot like a Cupid doll, and these big blue eyes and her little hair and her little curls, and I don't know, she looked like a Cupid doll. Anyway, I knew that I wanted her for a tattoo, and then we called her Peanut. She was so stinking tiny. She was only 3 pounds when she was born. Full term, not a preemie, long story. Anyway, she was tiny, itty bitty, nothing wrong with her, just like Thumbelina. And a tutu, that's for my V. And these roses, I just wanted a bunch of flowers to take up space. That's what I told him. I was so desperate so many times, like, I just want to finish this sleeve. So the only thing I wish on these is that the colors were changed. I wish I had the pink flower and the yellow flower up front. I wish those were the ones I saw, but he didn't ask me. So there's that. This one, I love. My lucky numbers have always been 333, 3 threes. And so I just thought it would be cute, and the tattoo artist made my vision come to reality. Now this girl, my Little Mermaid with a butt, I don't think it's my kid's favorite, but there was a fundraiser for a tattoo artist that had been in a terrible car crash with his family, and they survived, but it was really bad, and he was out of work for a long time. So they were doing a fundraiser, and you could get flash art off the wall, and I chose her. And I love her. I think she is the most amazing $100 piece of art ever. Oh, I forgot about this. This is Lily of the Valley. That's for my grandma, because she loved Lilies of the Valley. I love red lipstick, and it's matte, and it was a fill-in. I wanted a lot of fill-ins, and then once I got to this point, I was like, yeah, just throw in a bunch of stuff, because I was just so eager for my sleeve to be done. It was just like, finish it. And I felt like once he put in all these fillers, it just helped to like close it up. And now I feel like I could go onto this arm. I think I got them all. Anyway, that's really it. There's not as much as I wish there was. Try it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little different than normal. If you did, please give it a like. Also, if you can, please subscribe to my channel. I upload every Monday and Thursday. Yes, mostly it's dreadlock related, but there's so much more to talk about that we can talk about. So if you like this, let me know in the comments. If you have video ideas, dreadlock related or non-dreadlock related, put those in the comments. Let me hear what you would like to see. Also find me on Instagram, Liza_locks. I would love it if you said hello, and I will see you guys soon. I can't tell if my hair looks a mess or cute. Maybe I should have put a bra on.